everybody, it's me, Lisa, the Love Coach. That's at Lisa the Love Coach on Instagram if that's your jam. Or if you're watching me on YouTube, feel free to hit the like, hit the subscribe so you can come to this party whenever it's posted and get some insights about love. Today, I am bringing you 16 bad relationship patterns that are super common, that people fall into, why you have them, and what you need to handle to get rid of them. So let's begin really quickly. I love this, right? I'm going to dive right on in. We're going to see who joins this video on the Facebook Live. Jess Sherman just popped on. What's up, Jess? Nice to see you on the Facebook Live. Today I am talking about bad relationship patterns and what needs to be handled to get rid of them. So the first one is crappy communication. If you are a crappy communicator or your partner is a crappy communicator, this is a massive sign of trouble. So crappy communication means either you're saying nothing and you're harboring it and you're keeping it in because you don't want to, ruffle any feathers or, make waves. And meanwhile, you're building resentment because you don't know how to communicate from a place of love and kindness and from a place of solutions. So prior to being a love life coach, I did time in the public relations and marketing field for about 2 decades and a little bit more. And during that time, I learned a thing or two about communications. I was also a communications major at Rutgers University, class of 93 for all you Scarlet Knights out there. Shout out. And so because of this, I come at my coaching practice, LoveQuestCoaching.com, with a sense of priority for communication. I think communication is huge. And what's interesting is that in my former marriage, communication was a problem. Yet I was working in public relations at the time of that marriage. So goes to show that you could have all kinds of knowledge about something, right? But if you don't apply it to your actual life, it pretty much means nothing. So I went through that process, got divorced, and learned how to communicate effectively in my relationships. And it really began with learning how to communicate effectively within myself. Your self-talk is what is going to navigate the way you talk to others in relationships. If your self-talk is harsh and crappy and negative, then you're probably going to speak that same way to your partner. Or flip opposite will happen. You'll have negative self-talk, but what you'll do is you will be the complete opposite to your partner because you think you want to give to them. You want to overcompensate for your lack of self-worth and your negative self-talk. So communication is a key. If you are just kind of existing on the superficial and you're not really able to talk about the important issues in your relationship, that is a problem that needs to be solved, and I help you solve it. So number 2, moving right along, bad relationship patterns. Somebody also said that they are too reliant on dating apps, So I'm going to lump this into a category of technology overall, because for couples, we have couples who are sitting on the sofa and they're supposed to have quality time and they're both on their phones. How many times have you gone out to a restaurant and you have seen a couple, both of them on their phones, and they're really not interacting with one another? They're just kind of occupying space with a meal while on their phones. So I'm going to lump that all together and say that technology, laptops, TVs, all this kind of thing needs to be used as an add-on, as an accent to an already bonded life. Meaning, in my bedroom, not a fan of having a TV in the bedroom. Not a fan. Bedroom is for sleep and for sex. And private conversations, maybe. And then you got to smudge it with sage because you don't want the bad bougie in the bedroom. So yes, be very mindful of your communication habits with technology. If you're dating app reliant and you don't even know how to go out into the world and start a conversation with somebody, that is a problem. I have seen this problem escalating as these dating apps have made people more and more socially awkward, anxious, and completely unable to handle themselves in conversation. So, moving on to number 3. Too guarded, high walls, wall around your heart, fortress around your heart, not letting anybody in, and the second something goes wrong, you're quick to bail. So this is fear-based. This is, I'm too scared to go deep with somebody. I'm too scared to have any kind of problems. Or it could be simply you want to live this life of total peace and ease and flow, which is nothing wrong with that whatsoever. I'm a huge fan of that. I am very drama averse. The first sign of drama, I'm out of there as well. So how to cultivate a relationship that is drama-free is by you committing to a drama-free life. Meaning, get your ass off of social media, in particular, arguing with other people in these ridiculous threads about politics. If you're trying to have a positive relationship and positivity in your life, you cannot be doing negative things. Doesn't match up, right? So look at what you're doing, see how you are existing in the world, and that will dictate what you attract. And if you have a conflict in a relationship, it's only an opportunity to solve it and to come together as a collaborative team to solve the problem. This isn't me versus you or I'm better than you. Let's face it, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? One is ego-driven, one is love-driven. You decide. Moving right along again. Number 4. Loose boundaries, no boundaries, and tolerating bad behavior. So this is a biggie. A lot of people are coming at relationships because they want to be in a relationship so desperately that they will tolerate any bullshit that's handed to them. And that is not healthy. Anything about boundaries being violated and that not being acted upon is a problem. So yes, loose boundaries. If you struggle with that, that's a sign of codependency. That's a sign of, please like me, whatever you want. I don't need to decide. Whatever you want to do. Oh, you want to come over and, park your motorcycle in my front lawn? No problem. That's okay. Like, you're just letting people just take and take and take and take. And why? Because you are feeling a lack of significance within yourself and you want this person to validate you, think you're the shit, think you're awesome. And so you're going to give with no giving to yourself and no boundary. So boundary is super important. If any of this is resonating with you at any time and you're too kind of private to put a comment in the comment line, feel free to PM me. Totally cool. People PM me all the time for that reason. A lot of this stuff is very personal and people don't want to air their shit on a Facebook feed. So they PM me and I will then send you a link. We'll have a little convo, a little brief exchange in the PM. And then I will send you a link for a complimentary 30-minute session, just so you can kind of get a sense of what coaching can do for you and how quickly you can move from a state of what the hell am I doing to a state of, never thought of it that way. I can do that. That's pretty cool, right? So we want to help ease you into clarity and with their power. Okay, moving right along for number 5. Playing it safe and settling. This kind of ties into the other energy about, picking people and letting them step all over you. The other thing is also settling. So you have this criteria, right? You know how you want to be treated. You know the kind of person that you want to be with. And you have a very clear idea of this, but you don't believe that they exist. And so you settle because you would rather be with someone than alone. Big mistake. Common problem. It's a bad relationship habit because what ends up happening is people play this mental track of, let me give them a chance. Let me just give them a chance and see. Now that's fine if you know what questions to ask and you know what you're listening for to determine if they are in fact an appropriate match for you. But 9 times out of 10, people are just bopping around unconsciously, dating without any kind of purpose or any kind of intention. And they are banging around meeting people. And they end up in a relationship that they didn't really enter intentionally. they just kind of tripped in, and there you are in a relationship, and then it's too far along, too much time invested, and you're like, I'm settling. I'm 100% settling in my life, and this is ridiculous, and now I'm far blown into this relationship. It's too far gone. What am I going to do? I'm in this 2 years. Am I going to leave? Yes. You leave. You go where your heart is calling you. If your heart is not into the relationship, you need to exit the relationship or fix it or handle it and have a heart-to-heart conversation, because odds are your partner is probably feeling that vibe from you, and they're probably feeling a little off as well, or they're not growing, right? So whenever there's like an issue in a relationship, there's an opportunity for growth. And if you don't speak about those issues and things that are coming up and things that you want to do for each other and with each other, then you're missing out on a great opportunity for growth. So number 7, playing it safe and settling. Okay, number 6, overly nice, codependent, and having a please like me vibe. Meaning you're like this. Does he like me? I hope he likes me. Does my husband approve of me? My husband think I'm pretty? My wife, does she think like, she like me? Does she think I'm cool and funny? Does she think this, or is she checking out the other guy over there? I don't know. Does she like me? Instead of being like this. What's up? You like me? Of course you like me. What's there not to like? Knowing your worth, knowing your value, right? So this is very, very important. Otherwise, yes, you will be overly nice. You will be codependent. You will be looking for the like. Please like me. Please like me. Like you're walking around like a human Instagram feed. Hello, like me, please like me. No, it's I like me. Do I like you? There's the question. And that should never, ever, ever cease. I don't care if you're married 10 years, 20 years, 50 years. Always maintain your individuality. Always maintain your self-love for yourself and bring that self-loving person to your partner. Now, we move on to number 7. Kind of a mishmash of number 6, but like an addition, which is seeing the good in people, but to a fault. So now there is, seeing good in people, and then there's denial. There's ignoring red flags. So it's like, oh, I want to see the good in people. I want to see the good in people also, but I also see an asshole. And I can make decisions from there. And I urge you to do the same. What's up, Tazzer? Go ahead. You can be snuggy over there. It's okay. So the dog just walked past. Okay. So yes, you need to be very conscious and aware of what people are doing, saying, how they're coming at you, what they're saying, how they live, the kind of questions that you want to ask so that you understand if this person's a match for you, and then having the wherewithal and the confidence to make a decision if they're for you or not. Now, I'm not saying be hostile and be mean and be ungracious. Just be polite and be kind and just be like, listen, found a friend in me no matter what. Nice neighbor of the planet, but I'm going to have to love you from way over there. Because this, not my thing. But good luck to you. Nothing wrong with that. And if you struggle with rejection, being rejected or rejecting other people, where you're like, I just want to be nice. I just want to be liked. I don't like to tell somebody. I guess I just let them fade away and hopefully they just get the hint. Grow a pair. You're an adult. Learn how to assert yourself with confidence and with class and say, listen, this was wonderful to meet you. I had a good time just mixing it up with you like this. But, I get a friend vibe from you. And, I'll keep my eye out for you. You keep your eye out for me. We'll see each other around. Peace. That's it. Done. No need to be hostile. Okay. But no need to deny and see good in people when there's, when there's clearly crap. I have an analogy, right? You can't squeeze a turd and expect a diamond to come out of it. A turd is a turd. Know when you're dealing with a turd and move on accordingly. And if you have a problem with that, you know what to do. PM me. We can handle it. Okay, now we go on to number 8. Tolerating their bullshit for fear that they're going to leave. You know how many times I get PM'd from married women? And they are so insecure. They're tolerating so much bullshit. And men too, but women tend to reach out more than the men do. Because the men are all wadded up in their own little bubble of bullshit and denial. And they just think for the same reason men don't ask for directions, right? Men rarely come to me and drop me a note. The ones who do, we end up working together and they end up having amazing things happen. But for the other ones who just like to, watch and just, hear me talk, I hope what I'm saying serves you well. Now, for the ladies, they write me and they're like, oh my God, I'm in this marriage for 7 years or however long, and it's ridiculous. And my husband, he goes out with his buddies and he comes back drunk and it's a problem. And then we have to wake up the next day and the kids are really needing to get to school and all this stuff. And he's there oh, it was Monday Night Football. I just had a few too many with the boys. And it's are you kidding me, dude? So it's, that's just a teeny example, but there are others, stuff about in-laws and who's being respectful and who's representing the family the right way and who doesn't know how to tell his mom to butt out of the business and all of this drama. And so, what are you going to do, right? What are you going to do? You attracted this. You're in this family dynamic. You're a part of the mix of bullshit that's going on, right? So if you're evoking this in your atmosphere, in your environment, what are you going to do about it? Right? You can't control them, but you can control you. So are you going to have a conversation with your spouse about, the grievances, the issues, the things that are not working for you? And are you going to see to it that there's follow through, that there's consequence if these things are not addressed? So these things are really important. Life's too short for bullshit. And if you're in a relationship and there's tons of bullshit, you need to handle it. Okay, moving along to number 9, low self-worth, needing them to lift you up. So yeah, there are a lot of people out there who are in relationships and they're trying to be the other person's coach or Tony Robbins or, God. And, it's kind of rough because we're not here to boost somebody else's self-worth because it's called self-worth. Yeah, kind of need to do it for yourself. Self-love. No one's going to love you more than you ever could or should love yourself. Ever. Got to wrap your head around that because you will forever be chasing the adoration, the admiration of the person you're with. And it becomes exhausting. Now, I'm not sitting here saying, don't pay compliments and don't be nice and don't, love up on your spouse or your partner. Of course not, but if they're coming at you needy, nobody wants to deal with neediness. Neediness is just this low vibe, smothering energy. So handle your self-worth. If you struggle with that and you're oh, my husband, he's on his phone and he's looking at all these hot Instagram fitness models and I put on weight, then what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What can you do? So maybe you need to go back to the gym, hire a trainer, be hey babe, I'm going to the gym. The other thing I would encourage also is there are a lot of men out there who are, I'll give you a little story. I'll give you a little glimpse into the life of Lisa, the love coach. So a couple of weeks ago, boyfriend and I are hanging out at the pool. And we were talking about a friend, mutual friend. And a comment was made about her body. And it was derogatory. And I happen to think she's in really good shape. And the boyfriend made a comment and he was really negative. And, what he said, I felt the need to firmly and as graciously as possible establish a boundary. And I said, I tend to believe that if a man is going to comment about a woman's body, he better be packing it better than her. Meaning, don't come at me talking about so-and-so who has cellulite and so-and-so who's flabby and this and that And you're not coming at me with your 6-pack abs and your lats and traps and quads and body that looks like an Adonis, because I'm not going to hear you. And I'm going to like basically call you out on it. So what happened? I joined the gym that week and I was going like, I'm going like 5 days a week. I'm like a beast. And sometimes twice. I'll do like back-to-back classes. I'll do like a weights thing and then a spin. So anyway, boyfriend saw that I went and like full on joined Equinox. And he's been now going to the gym at his building and like texting me like, going to the gym, babe. I'm like, awesome, go do it. Woo, I'm going too. But I didn't attack him. I grouped him with men, as if to say, I don't like it when men, I didn't say him, said, you know, what's the deal with men, you know, addressing women and you know, coming at women and being like, you know, what's the deal with this one's body and that one's body and what have you. And they can't even get their own bodies together. So that is a thing. It goes under, you know, the low self-worth and needing somebody to lift you up. If you need somebody to lift you up, you're in problems, because that's not what their job is. Lift yourself up. So we move on to mothering and smothering. Ooh, Robin, you can't hear this? Let me know if you can hear this. Can you hear this now? Is it not working? Audio? Do other people hear this? Is there only one person on the live right now? If you're having issues hearing this, or you can hear this, like, let me know what the deal is with audio, because I'll have to stop the live and start it over. All right. Anyway, I'm moving on. Mothering and smothering. So if you're coming at your man like a mother, and you're smothering him and mothering him and giving him all these rules and treating him like he's a 5-year-old, stop doing that, because he's not going to see you as a sexual being. He's going to see you as a nag. That is a awful relationship habit. And thanks, Tina. And that's a horrible relationship pattern. And a bunch of people are into that. They think like, you know, they take this mother role of don't do this and don't do that and wear this shirt and don't do that and this and that. And it's barky, it's naggy, it is not hot, it is not sexy. No man is into that stuff. So what you want to do is inspire. You don't want to nag. Have problems with that? Hit me up. I handle that with people all the time because it's so common. The other one is giving too much too soon and having way too much trust. Like, not believing the words and not looking at the actions. That is a huge one that I see. And a lot of people enter relationships and they want to believe. They have to believe. And it's very, very dangerous, because people could be bullshitting you. And then you start to see the truth through their actions. And then you're like, yeah, but I like the bullshit so much better. Like, can I have more of that, please? And they're like, no, this is what it is. And then you spend like 4 years of your life trying to recapture the first 4 months of your relationship. It is a complete waste of time. Do not do this. Please see people for what they are, and don't always go all in, full on reveal everything and, you know, tell your entire life story in 2 dates. This is very indicative of a narcissistic codependent dynamic. It should be something that you are very mindful of. Leave a little bit to the progression of the relationship. There's just certain things that people need to know in a due time. You don't need to be revealing everything at once. It's not to say that you're lying. It's just to say that, you know, there's certain things that they need to earn the trust so that you can reveal, right? So, okay, now we're going into number 12, staying too long, hope versus denial. Staying too long. I think everybody can relate to staying too long in a relationship with the hope maybe they will change. Maybe they will change. They have such potential. I know they can change. I see the good in them. I wish they can see it for themselves. Waste of time, waste of time, waste of time. A frog is not going to die a lion. People are what they are, who they are. And yes, they have the ability to change, but they will not do it for you. They will do it for themselves. So the more you nag about, oh, if only he could be this, or if only she could be this, or if only she could be that, leave and go find that person. So, instant relationship. The Instaship. I see this all the time. People coming at me and they're like, so I'm living with my boyfriend. And I'm like, oh, cool. Okay, how long have you been together? Oh, 4 months. And I'm like, bah! I'm sorry, you're living together and you're together 4 months? Are you insane? So look, this instant relationship business is a recipe for disaster. You need to date with power and purpose. You need to enter a relationship with a pacing, a schedule, let's see, how can I put this? Use the 90-day rule. A 90-day is a season. You can pretty much get to learn a lot about a person in the first 90 days of being with them, provided that you have a clear dating strategy, you know what you're looking for, you know what you want for your life, and you know the kind of person that would be an appropriate match to be by your side as you go and aspire towards the things that you want to accomplish for you, right? So in the first 90 days, you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get a lot of stuff handled. You should know a ton about this person if you're going about dating in the right way. Does not mean that it's time to move in together, right? I always say allow a full year, a whole rotation around the sun before any serious commitments are made. Example, first year together, probably the time to maybe celebrate that with a vacation. I see people, they know each other 6 weeks and they're going to like Europe together and they're going to like, no. I, with Mr. S, went away for a weekend. First time together for a weekend. He had a business conference in Naples and he was like, hey, do you want to come? And I was like, cool, totally into it. We were already together for, I believe it was already 2 months. And we established that we were exclusive. I'm not staying in some man's hotel room if I'm not exclusive. Ridiculous. It's beneath me. So this is the kind of swag I want ladies to step into. You can say no. You can have boundaries. You can step in solid to your no. Now, you don't have to be bitchy about it. And this is the biggest mistake, right? Be bitchy about it. No. Just say, you know, that would be so much fun. And I totally want to go away with you. However, I think that's like, I don't know, like a 6-month thing. You know, like a little weekend jaunt. I'd be into that like in a few more months, because I feel like now I'm just kind of in the get to know you phase and I don't think I'm ready for that yet. But I definitely want to go away with you in the near future. And that is like a super nice way of putting the brakes on and being like, I like you. I definitely like you. I just need to know more about you before I get on an airplane, go or whatever, and go to a different location, stay in a hotel room with you, start to decide of who's paying for what and whatever. Like, I'm not there yet, and there needs to be other things that I learn about you. And men, oh my God, this tip, guys, stop with the rushing to this like instant relationship thing. Like, stop, like right away it's, I took her out twice, I want her to come over and cook for me. Stop. You need to know if this girl is like psychologically on point before you invite her into your house, into your space. Like, be a king. Be a king who's like, is my queen like ready to come into this world? You know, have some judgment. And the problem is people are so desperate for like being with each other that they just accelerate everything. And it's like, boom, we meet. 2 weeks later, we're in a trip. 2 weeks after that, she's moving in. Like, you need to chill out, allow the time for the courtship to happen, for the relationship to escalate, for things to evolve, for things to grow. No instant relationship. It's a recipe for disaster. Fear of commitment. Ah, yes. The good old fear of commitment, which is the opposite side of the pendulum from the instant relationship. The fear of commitment. And check this out. You could be in a relationship, yet still be afraid of commitment. You could be, check that out. You could be in a relationship, but yet fearful about commitment. And so how that plays out is, let's say there's a couple, they've been together for years and years and years, and somebody wants to get married and the other person's not into it. Or somebody wants to start to be like, listen, like, this is ridiculous. We've been together for like 3 years. Like, we need to figure out money. And like, if we're going to be together long haul, like, we got to start looking at future. We got to start thinking about, like, this is insane. I'm paying rent this much. You're paying rent, mortgage, whatever, that much. Like, we need to like merge stuff and be a team. And that's where the commitment phobia comes into play. Oh my God. So that is a thing. It is totally common. I'm actually kind of dealing with it myself. And it's interesting, you know, but it's a conversation that has to be had because both people have to be on the same page with where they're going, what they're committed to, what commitment looks like, and the kind of future that they want. And both people might not be on the same page. And so it's very important to have that conversation and figure out what exactly does commitment look like to you. Does it mean marriage? Does it mean we just are together? Does it mean living together? Like, what does commitment mean? So have that conversation. Don't be afraid. And oh my God, look who's on my Facebook Live. Giorgio Ricobono. I might have to go to Timeout Market now because you just put the dirt cup in my head and that thing is magic, as is, oh my God, the pizza, the pasta. All right, I can't. I'm back at the gym. I can't eat like that anymore. Why are you in my Facebook feed? I love you, dude. I think you're doing amazing things. Okay, moving along. Which one am I at? Oh my God, I'm almost at the end. Okay, rebounding relationships and overlapping relationships. Oh my God, people who break up with somebody, and let's say you're with somebody, you know, if you're with somebody like a few weeks or a few months and it's like it didn't work out, that's all right. You could probably, you know, shake that off pretty quickly and then like be back to dating in a month. But these people who have like full on marriages, full on relationships, like what I did, I was full on married, got divorced before I could even finish with the divorce. I went right into a rebound relationship from a place of sad, and it was terrible because I attracted somebody that was like, what? And it was not good. So I encourage you to handle your breakups, right? I have this thing called a 90-day breakup detox. I also do a 45-day breakup detox, and the people who think that they need 45 always stick with me for the full 90. Because they see how good it is and they're like, oh my God, I'm reveling in my solitude. I'm feeling rebuilt. I processed that relationship. I understand what happened in that relationship. And now I'm in a different place, a stronger place. And I know now what I want for me, what I want in a partner, and I can date with power and purpose. So this is what I encourage you all to do. Like, do not use another relationship to get over your prior relationship. That is just weak ass shit with no growth whatsoever. And it will bite you in the ass because you will meet the same person again, right? So you want to make sure that you are giving enough time to process your relationships. You know, when they come to an end, give yourself the space and the time, go inward and really heal so that you don't attract the same cray-cray again, just in a different pair of shoes. Moving to the last one. I need a drum roll. Here it is. Jealousy, paranoia, and insecurity. Whoa! The JPI trifecta. Jealousy, paranoia, and insecurity. The big three. So if you have this going on in your relationship, oh, you need to rein that in. It's not about the other person. It's probably about you. It's probably about some self-worth stuff swirling around in your head. You're probably filling your face and with too many comparisons, looking at this other girl. I had a client and she's like, my husband's on Instagram and he's looking at all these Instagram models and I used to be like skinnier and now I'm bigger and I feel bad and I'm like, all right, so handle it. Like, what are you gonna do? So bless her heart. She upped her time at the gym. She set a goal for losing. I think she wants to lose like 50 pounds. I'm like, get it, girl, do your thing. And she's been doing it. She's been like really at it. And you see her posts and she's at like LA Fitness or whatever and doing her thing. So she's like, you know what? I can't put this on him. I have to do me. I have to feel good in my body. I have to feel as if there's no need to be jealous. I know who I am. I know what value I bring. There is no need to be jealous. Like, jealousy is like, jealousy is rooted in insecurity. It's rooted in like a sense of they have what I want and I'm not capable of getting it too, which is a big lard of shit. Like, that's just bullshit. You could create anything you want, right? And jealousy is rooted in that lack. It's a state of scarcity. It's a state of fear. That my partner likes that better than me. Listen, bro, if you like that, then I gotta go, right? Because I'm not gonna compete. Like, legit having a hot flash. Can you see my glowy skin? I'm like legit having a hot flash right now on camera. And I'm going to sit here and compete with a 25-year-old Instagram fitness model. Like, why? Why would I torment my head like that? So look, I'm in good shape. I'm happy. I'm healthy. I look great for my age. I know what I'm about, right? I'm going to be like, all right, if I want to compete and have like motivation, I'm going to look at somebody my age. I'm going to look at like J-Lo. I'm going to be like, that bitch is 50 and she's Puerto Rican like me. And so I'm going to hit the gym because I want a body like that when I'm 50. And even if I come really close, still, that's going to put me in such a level that I'm going to be like, no need to be jealous of anyone. I know what I bring to the table. I bring the damn table. So there's no need for me to be all wadded up and paranoid and, oh, the boyfriend, he's going to go to this conference and he's going to meet some corporate chick and he's going to like her better because she gets paid on the regular and I'm just like this crazy entrepreneur who makes money when it comes and whatever. And oh my God, I can't live in that world. I'm too busy. I'm too busy building my thing, helping the people, coming on live, finding my clients, connecting with people, and doing my business. So I don't have time. And the problem is the trifecta of jealousy, paranoia, and insecurity comes when you're not busy enough in your own life. When you're when you don't have enough time on your own stuff, you start filling your head with bullshit. So the biggest remedy for anybody who's feeling jealousy, insecurity, paranoia is to get busy and focused on your own game, on your own life, on your own ambitions. And as you work on you, you're not going to be jealous anymore. You're going to be like, I'm a badass. I mean, look, you want to leave this? Where are you going from here? Where are you going to go from here? Have at it, honey. All good. You see what I mean? It's like a swag. Gotta have that confident swag, right? So there you have it, folks. Those are the big 16. I'm going to have all of these listed out in my blog, which I will be posting probably within the next couple of days, but I'll drop it in the Facebook feed and you can check that out. All hot 16 common relationship habits, issues, problems, and where they come from and how to handle them. Coming to you in writing in the days ahead. I'm Lisa, the Love Coach. Much love to all of you. If you have an issue in your love life, PM me and sort that out. Life's too short for bullshit, and I can help you as fast as a 30-minute session. Have a great day. Bye.